Right. Good afternoon, everybody. I was about to. The only reason I'm slightly bit longer on starting is because normally I have my stream running on my tablet so I can see if there's. I have. The internet problems I have sometimes. And it's not letting me go to the main screen for some reason. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't want Google. Go away. Go away. There we go. God damn it. Wouldn't let me swipe it away. Anyways, let's go and set that up so I can see myself. Ooh, not that I want to see myself. But, so I can see the stream. So I'm sure. And also, if there's any mod messages that I can use my tablet easier, then I can use my screen here. So, anyways, let's put all the things. So, gloves. My nemesis. I have many versions trying to make them. But yeah, it's one of those. But while I was refreshing my mind about how to put a gusseted glove together, I do have a good idea, but just in case, I come across a pattern that's slightly different than the one that I used. And I'm going to give it a try because on the thumb you have this really weird pointy bit that makes it really hard to sew in. This one does have an inset thumb, but it has just an oval. It doesn't have all the problems with the extra bit. So I'm going to see if it works. I had to guesstimate my size because when they said measure your wrist, I did, and then I ended up in the kids section. I was like, hey, I don't think I've got kids' hands. I know I have small hands, but I don't think I've got kids' hands. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So in the meantime, I've grabbed. Also, I had to search where I left off all my stuff. What an odd question to ask me. I have no idea. It's an interesting off-the-cuff question to ask, but I have absolutely no idea. So yes, feel free to ask me something about what I'm doing. But I hate these kind of off-the-cuff questions because they make no sense to me as someone who's on the spectrum, and yeah. Anyways, I found some of my leather, and I have this amazing purple fabric. If you haven't guessed it, this is my favorite color. And I also found the red fabric, the red leather for the actual gloves. So trying to make gusseted glove is an absolute pain. Gusseted gloves are the gloves that have the insides. Oh, camera. You do not like the white, do you? No, you don't. Damn it. Anyways, they have these side bits, so between your fingers. And then this one has only got one, and then the pinky is 3, so it's an interesting way of making a glove. But you do that if the fabric is not stretchy enough to accommodate. If I made one out of just lycra or any super stretchy fabric, like any sort of normal fabric, you can just put your hand on the fabric, draw around your fingers, then stitch two pieces together and just sew around it, turn it inside out, and you're done. It's not too much of a problem. But the gusseted gloves are a pain, especially if you don't have. So the people that make these kind of gloves for like a living have a special machine. They have a special machine that have like just a round, small surface, so you can move the glove easily around. And I have a standard entry-based sewing machine. So let's see how we go. I'm gonna try with this new pattern first, and then if I'll make one out of the just the muslin fabric that I've got, so super non-stretch. If that works on that, then I know I can do it in leather. But yeah, we have to. So I've done also like lots of measurements, and try and make my own pattern. But we'll see if this new way of doing it works. And if that works, then this might be the only stream I'll do about gloves. We'll see how it goes. Anyways. Here we go. Right, so this is the new pattern. And if you're wondering, yes, it's Japanese. I came across it. Now, sadly enough, I can't read Japanese, but the English one is with inches, and I prefer to use centimeters. So, then again, I don't know if it mattered that much. We'll see. So, first of all, we need to tape it together. There we go. I'll make one in the middle. Do some on the other side. Okay. And I assume yours a lining? Could be. Oh, there's something here still. Am I missing? I did print this out on. No, should be fine. Now the only thing I wonder is the one problem when you do it like this is like to have it tight enough around your hand, but still be able to put your wrist in. So I'm gonna have a look and see how that goes, but we will see. So concentration phase to get these cut out properly. I have to have a look at the fingers. Then again, if you know, I can amend the pattern if like something needs to be longer or shorter. Yeah, the thumb is definitely different. As I said last time, my fingers are short compared to my width of my hand. So most standard patterns don't fit me properly, like if I buy gloves in the shop. Like one thing I'm thinking of is like the width of my wrist needs to be good enough to be able to hold the glove in place, but also wide enough for me to put my hand through. Now I can do two things. I can make a little strap so it closes. Then I think that might be the one that I need to do. So I do not think the fabric that I have is stretchy enough to make my fingers go through, my hand go through the wrist. So we'll have a play with it. I have enough leather to make at least some mistakes. So 1, 2. I think for the first try, I am going to cut this long bit off. Hey Gia, good afternoon. How are you? We started on the dreaded gloves. But I found a pattern that's taken out my biggest nemesis, which is the thumb. Well, it's not taking it out, it's just different. So, see, it's all right here at the moment. Apparently on Monday it's going to be 30 degrees. And it's today's first day of summer, isn't it? Summer officially begun, 21st of June, isn't that right? So, in most of the gloves that I've been doing, has this little V part in the glove, in the thumb. And that's been really, really hard to put in. But this one doesn't have that. This one doesn't have that V. It just is like this. Just an oval. Now the only thing I'm wondering is this big enough for my thumb? Feels like it's too small. That feels too small. See, I'll see how this goes, but I have a feeling that this is too small, and I have to get the medium. And then the medium, the fingers will be too long. We'll have to Frankenstein something. Because another thing is, this has 2 seams. Instead of having, oh, it's because this, isn't it? So that's something I might have to change. 27! Oh, and the no breeze is the problem. The breeze is the absolute, no breeze is absolute problem. Same problem that I have here. It's absolutely horrendous when there's no breeze. It's been very stormy here over the last couple of days. I had to, the problem is now at the moment is I had to close the windows because the kids outside are absolutely screaming at the top of the lungs. And I had a test, and I could see even when I was quiet, you could see my microphone react to their voices. So it's like, right, fine, close the doors and the window. So usually I have the back door on a small area and then the front window so it can breeze through. All right. Oh, this is such a pain trying to cut these out. Right. I'm gonna be annoyed if this doesn't fit, because then I have to go to my printer and print out the medium pattern. No problem, but that means I'm gonna be BRB for a little bit, because I have to walk to my other computer. There we go. Okay. Got in there. All right. So it's slightly different. So this was the thumb piece, and it has then that cut, and this one doesn't have that cut. Although the shape is very similar. The only thing I'm seeing now is like the width of my thumb piece is. Ah! That's cool. I have a feeling that this is going to be too small. The rest feels like it might. Oh no. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I need to print the medium printout because. So the way it works is. So the wrist size is fine. But the width of my hand is quite wide. And this in no way is going to fit. You can see where my finger's gonna stick out. So if I've done all this, but it's, I mean, Kill Team is pretty cool as a little game to play in general, I think. Also for younger people. So, fuck. Right, I have to think. I should have tested this before I started going live, but I've been so much working and looking at this. Have I got one of my patterns? Oh, here's one of my patterns that I made. Yeah, it's too small. So I know this one. She's to bring up Noble. That's hilarious. Aww. So, I'm gonna measure this. Where's my measurement? All the things. Here's this. 2. $19.5 centimeters. Right, I'm going to quickly go and be right back. Quickly grab some pieces of paper and start the printer on this so that I can print out another one, because I'm pretty sure this doesn't fit. If you look at my size and that size, yeah, that needs a few centimeters extra. So I need to remember 19.5. Right, I'll be 2 seconds. Well, a little bit more than 2 seconds. In the meantime, I see the ad is going to start anyway, so that's the 3 minutes I'll be gone. I forgot. I got it. I did it. Anyways, right. So printing out the medium size, and then see maybe after Frankenstein something, because hope nobody waited too long. But yes, so we're gonna try this again. That's for the small size. Right, so hopefully this said 19 centimeters, and I measured that piece is 19.5 centimeters. So if we still have to add some to it, then we'll have to Frankenstein something. But yes. So we need to put this. Let me. That feels like that thumb's going to fit as well. So you go there. Right. Right. Let's try and put this together. Alright, piece in the back. Alright, and this piece goes here. Oh, the Dr. Cos patterns. I have seen them before, and then I saw someone do, because I looked at lots of different ones. But the one thing that I noticed, so I followed a lot of patterns to create your own from your hands, because I have such weird hands. I've got wide palms and short fingers. So this is the kind of pattern that I was being recommended, with this little weird flap, and then the thumb piece is like this, and then you get like this kind of piece, inset piece. But this one, I noticed it doesn't have that little flap, so I'm hoping that, because I've made a few test pieces, and I've made some out of fabric to try and test how it worked and will it fit, and every time it was that thumb piece that's the absolute pain in the ass. So I'm hoping that with this being an oval and not having that weird point flap, that I can actually do this one. It might not work because I'm working with leather, but the fabric the leather that I have has got a tiny bit of stretch. Not this test piece, but I was like, what am I doing again? Tape. They've got a lot of interesting patterns. This is the same one, isn't it? Yeah. Gloves too. Yes. Right. So she's got gloves that are quite long and then go wider. So might have to put a little thingy in so that they stay on my hands. If you're also a cosplayer, let me know what you're working on, because I'm always interested what other people make. And where's the other piece? That's the medium. There we go. Right. Right, and get some tape on the back. Right. Ow. Careful with myself. So I'm wondering, let's test this. Yeah, it might still be a tiny bit too small, but we will work on that, because I don't think that this. Some of these fingers are a little. We will have to see. We'll have a try. What I mean with having odd-shaped hats. Ah, doing the fingers again. That's the hard part. Tape. Okay. And other one. Come on. Okay. Really hope this works, because I really wish. I remember how many hours I spent trying to get these gloves to work. Ooh. Yeah, to get the tips down. I most likely will have to shorten them anyway, because short fingers. Come on. I guess my paper bin's going to be full soon. All the little bits and pieces. Alright. Good. Ah, come on, around the corner. Right, let's see. Yeah, I don't think. I think I might have to. Do I really have to get the large? I've never needed large. It's almost there. What I'm gonna do when I'm drawing this out, I'm gonna draw a tiny bit extra on the sides, and then we'll see if that works out. So it's on the outside. Alright. This little piece needs to go on the other side, so let's just keep the pattern together. Okay, so I need it for something else or someone else. Okay. That's one. the other one? Two, and I them. Sorry, concentration phase, because I don't want to print it out again. Here we go. Right, let's see. If I put this that way, kind of needs a tiny bit as well. I feel like I need to print this pattern at like 105% or something like that. Because large will be far too large. Right. Let's cut, because I don't need this yet, so we can always stick it on again. I'll put you aside. Right. Okay, so this way around. Sharpened my pencils as well today. Okay. And that's the index finger. Okay. Oh no, did I move? Oh no, that's fine. Because I do need some more space there. We'll cut out, remember to cut out a little bit extra. So just there, I guess. Okay. Hey, Starry! How are you doing? How's the dinos doing? How's your fundraising going? If anybody, Sari is fundraising this month. I know I'm slacking. I'm absolutely slacking. I will do something for August. Nice, that's good. See, I've been searching for a Polish organization to fundraise for this year. But the ones I want to support are not on freaking Tiltify, they're not on Twitch, they're not on any of the ones. And if I raise money through tips and donations, then I have to pay a fee, and then they, there's going to be less left over. I mean, yes, I can fill on, but I'd rather, and it's people will feel more confident being able to put money on when it's seen not to go to me, but actually going directly to the organization. So well, that's really good. Right. 4 of those, 2 of those. So I need another one of those. Okay. Can I put another one here? Just about. What you bought today? Yeah, I prefer to use either Tiltify or even Twitch own stuff. Or even Streamlabs, they have their own way. Stream Elements has their own stuff. A new sewing machine? I don't know. Curious now. More fabric for the... I'm close though. I had a feeling it was something sewing related. Ah, more fabric, of course. Well, you sold a few of your plushies, didn't you? So you'll have to replenish. One fourniche. I have been slow in going through my fabrics and go like, So I made a pair of trousers, pair of slacks, ages ago. Thing is, the only thing I needed to do was put a buttonhole in. But I've never used the buttonhole thingy on my sewing machine, so I was like, oh, I'll do it next time. So I never did it. So I actually did it this morning. So it's like, I have the sewing machine out. Let's freaking put this buttonhole in. So now it needs a gentle, probably a hand wash, and then needs ironing, and then I have a pair of nice slacks that fit me perfectly. No, there's an ad. Sorry, people may not have heard me. Right, everybody's back. Right. I'm very proud that I've managed to put a buttonhole in a pair of trousers, because I've never done that. Always used the hooks, hook and latch. There we go. Yeah. Oh, the button was already on. The button was already on. It's just the buttonhole wasn't on there yet. The most important thing I need to start finding out is what buttons I'm going to use for the artillery ridge top. I have a massive box full of buttons that are black, so I have to see if I've got any dark greys. Because I need about 10 or 12, something like that. There's a lot of buttons on that shirt. This is going to be a nightmare trying to cut through. Oh, I've been told, actually, leave that until I actually have to sew. Oh, I want to cut a fucking V-neck in this. I hate crew necks. Oh, did I not cut? Oh. I didn't. It probably will not fit. I'm just thinking I just didn't cut the extra length out that I needed. Like, it needs like 1/4 of a centimeter on each side. But we'll see in a minute. Let's try out this thumb thing first. If the thumb fits, then come on. Now I need to turn this around and draw on the other side. A little bit of extra fabric, it looks like. Oh well. Oh, I need to sneeze. Stop it. I don't want to sneeze. Another thing I need to make a decision on is whether I'm going to use metal domed, because on the glove on the cuff there's domed studs, it looks like, metal studs. Now I can use, probably, if I can find the right size, domed studs, or I can do what I did on the little bit and use the half domes that I've got and make them out of foam clay and glue them on. I'm not sure yet which one I'm going to use. Right, okay. Oh. Important, everybody, make sure you hydrate, because this weather, you really need it. Ah, okay. Perfect. Oh my god! We have a raid! Lerina! Thank you so much for the raid! And thank you for the follow! Wow, that's... oh! Hello everybody! Lorena, thank you so much for the raid. What were you working on your stream? I see pedicure here, but I'm not sure if that's an insider. Because that'd be, well, one of those. So my name's Hebe. I would say welcome to the asylum. So I'm a cosplayer. I am making at the moment this Sisters of Battle. I do that every Saturday. And on the Wednesdays when I stream, I am working on the Artillery Witch from Trans Crusade, which is also another massive build. I am normally do a lot of sewing before I started working foam. I do a lot of foam work as well. Oh, cool! Sorry. Excuse the ADHD, my squirrel mind will sometimes go, ah. So at the moment I decided to tackle my gloves again. Although I'm very confident in sewing, gloves, especially gusseted gloves, are they're horrible. So, yeah. Hence the pedicure, exactly. That makes sense with the pedicure. Do you use a pair of platforms and then take off the heel, or did you use like oh, what's her name? Lightning Cosplay? She actually casts, I think it's resin, some sort of, she casts something, and that's the bottom of her hoof shoe. So I know I always say, you know, we, when I'm saying we are doing this, but it's like I'm doing it, you guys are watching. Now, the one thing I found, like, these are medium gloves, but I have these odd hands. I'm quite wide, but quite short. And I have a feeling that these are not... So that's the way it should be, this way around, right? Right. So this way around, and then... How's that going to... It's not going to fit. Look. That's... Oh, hang on. Maybe the other way around. Yeah, okay. I know, and I've said this over and over again because people have been watching me for a while. I have so many iterations. Like, this is one, and this is the thumb piece. This is another piece, another glove that I tried. Another failed one, and another failed one. And I've been working on this in, you know, the fabric that's like works. So, yeah, absolutely. It's, and I was looking at this one because this one will fit me. Because this part here needs to fit when this goes close, and this is just about fitting me. There might be a little bit more splay in it if the fingers are apart. But this one just feels like it's not gonna fit. It's like, seriously? I mean, I can do gloves from stretch fabric. They're easy. Gloves from non-stretch fabric are a freaking pain. So that's, I don't know if that's going to work. Yeah, exactly. Like put your hand on the and then draw around and then sew on the lines and turn it inside out. I have a VR headset. I've got a Cosmos Hive 5 Cosmos, and I was getting blisters on and calluses on this side from playing. So I just made myself a pair of, because I have a lot of lycra. I used to have a little shop making lycra fabric, lycra clothing. So I just grabbed some cotton lycra and then cut the fingers off because I don't need the fingers, and it was easy. Like draw around it, sew around it, cut, turn it inside, you're done. But I want to use. I'll show you. So she's got these nice red gloves, and I've got this beautiful Italian leather. And it's got a little bit of stretch this way and that way. And of course my unbleached cotton doesn't have. Yeah, exactly. And it's so nice. I got enough to make a few mistakes. But I haven't wanted to cut this because it's so pretty. I literally took all the red that they had because it's one badge. So, but like, I'll show you what I was working on this morning. Oh, let me go to my other screen. Hang on. Actually, I can show it on this screen, don't I? So this. No, it's far better on my other screen. Hang on. Yeah, I say double the fabric because. So I've been working on the chainsaw. So this is the chainsaw that she's holding. Ah, can I? It's so big, it's a nightmare to show. So all the way. All the way. Now, hi. Ooh, how do I shorten your name? Heather? But the other side I was still working on. So this morning I was sanding, then filling the edges. I think it needs, tomorrow I'll do one more sanding to get it smooth. And then it can have the primer, just like the other side. That's with primer fully done. And it's got 2 buttons here. Because it has a sound card in it. Not at the moment because I'm painting it, so it doesn't have it connected. But it has a sound card in it, so it will make the sound of a chainsaw. So, two big speakers. So, but yeah. Yeah, that took some. That was a couple of months' work trying to get that to figure out. So, thank you. I love purple. So for me, it's starting to fade again. I will try and keep it up again. But, anyways, shall we turn that on? And we need that. And my black fabric. So yeah. So I do think I need to make this wider. You can always ask. Whether I answer is another question. And where's my... White. Which one is the black? Because there's one dark blue. Oh, that's the black. So there we go. And so is this side? Yeah, that's... It's like, where's my pin cushion? It's like, yeah. Right, so... Right. Now, helps if I thread my sewing machine. Oh, come on. No, thread through. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Rena. I will actually have to follow back as well, because I need more people to follow on Twitch that do cosplays. Because I think we're lacking it a lot. Why are you not threading through? Come on. You're supposed to thread yourself. I don't want to do it. Also, before I forget, I always forget this. If you need to take care of yourself, you need to get a drink, do all the things. But I follow you already, Sarah. Yeah, I was going to say, I always say that, like, I forget to say it all the time, but make sure you take care of yourself. Ah. Yeah, because using the cosplay tag doesn't always give you cosplayers, so that's why I always good to when I find more cosplayers to follow. Ooh, got it! Finally. I have to put my glasses on because I'm old and I slowly go blind. Right, so let's turn you slower. Oh. Right. Now, the question is, does this fit my thumb? It does actually fit my thumb. Alright, well, that's good. And I should have gone down, shouldn't I, instead of going up. Alright, let's fix that. So maybe the rest will fit as well. Okay, you fit my thumb? Yeah, you fit my thumb. Okay. Or are you supposed to be my other thumb? No. Well, yeah, because I have to turn you inside out, don't I? Okay. Where's my little bin? There we go. So now I believe I have to turn it inside out. So now I believe you go in that way around. Now let's see if that works. So this goes here. So I have a feeling that this thumb will be so much easier than the other version that I'm doing. And you need to go over there. Come on. Okay, and you put a pin there. I might have to baste this by hand and then sew it together because I think that's a lot easier than having these freaking pins. But let's try this. Thank you for the looks, Terry. Right, let's see if I can get this sewn together. Actually, no, I'm going to baste it. These pins are going to be too problematic. Go ahead. Alright, so the knot in. Right, that's with some quick basting stitches. Come here. So literally what I'm doing is I'm just going to go around the thumb, just underneath where I have to sew. Just very simple stitches, so it holds it in place. So I don't have to have pins, because they're really in the way. Go, come on. There you go. Oh, there's going to be an ad. If you get an ad, I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, all right. Oh. All right. Okay. very slowly trying to sew this thumb in. It's a freaking pain, even with the basting. Come on. Just making sure I don't sew anything together that I shouldn't. Hopefully. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay. Okay, good. Peace. Almost at the end. Ugh. Right, let's see. No relief for you. Right, let's see if that worked. It was at least a lot easier than with that little triangle thing that of the other pattern. Just taking the basting stitches out. There you go. Oh, it looks like I caught the stitching basting stitch somewhere here. No. Right. Let's see. There. Actually fits my thumb quite well. I always feel like it should go a little bit more this way. Or maybe it's... Okay. Oh yeah, that's the stat, absolutely. With when it rains, it's always really, really nice. Yeah, I do think, you can see here that unless I'm going to get a lot more space when I put the middle bits in, it's going to be quite... let's try it. Let's not make a full decision until it's together. Because another thing I noticed is that all the edges on the fingers are all... Oh, didn't put it on. So when you look at your hand, the top of your hand, the groove between your fingers slopes. So in principle, the hole here is lower than if you look at the inside. So in principle, these should have a point that points down, so then they will fit better. That's in principle, but when I've been doing my own patterns based upon the instructions that I've been told about how to do them, but I had so much problem with the thumb. So maybe I can make once we try this and see how it goes, maybe I can make amendments with my own pattern, but how this thumb is. But we'll have a look. We'll put it to rest together. It's a bit of a damn it. Come on. Right. Okay. Let's cut the tops. Oh, come here. Right. That's that one. Make sure I don't throw away all the fingers and furnishes. I should have another pair. Where are they? Oh, there. We've got long ones and short ones, and the short ones, of course, for the pinky. So, Now, so they have to go this way. Okay. Okay. Hang on, how am I gonna... Fighting with the direction of the seam so that the seam sits on the inside. I wonder if this is... I did this the wrong way around. Because this is the right side of the fabric. And this is the right side of the fabric. Have I done it the wrong way around? Then again, they don't look like there's a left and a right on this. Whether you do it that way around or that way around. Oh, I'm gonna have to sneeze. Give me a second. Excuse me for that. Why does this... I know this needs to be that way around. Okay. This needs to be there. Let's try this. Actually, because then when I open it, that's the good side. Yeah, that needs to be that way. Okay, that's the middle. Doesn't matter if it's too long, because... Okay, you go for that one. Let's see how this goes. Where's the beginning? There. Keep the needle in, turn it around, get the other finger out, come here. in my ring finger, then turn this so that how go underneath, I guess. And this is where I also had a problem when I did these gloves before. Ow. Ah, stop. Get you formed that way around. Helps if I turn it down. Right. That does not look... Yeah, see, there's a... This is what I had a problem with last time as well. Like the fabric catching on that corner. So you get like a little extra stitch. A little black dot there. That's catching. Shouldn't. Should have put my glasses on next time. Because I have to try and make it as straight as possible to go straight through. God. Why am I keep struggling? I've just put my fucking glasses on. Okay. Can I get this to work? Come on. So just want to test them for size. Did that make it any easier? That's neater. Okay. Okay, now do the same with one of these. So these go on this side. How did I do it again? This way around, didn't I? so that's where the middle is. There. Right, so try that again. This is so fiddly. Why am I doing this? Because I like the leather that I got. I need to sew until there. Let's move you down a little bit. Right, try that next one. Make sure I don't sew the others together. I have done that as well. Move this a little this way and then go. No, that's too far. God damn it. Actually, no. Don't put pins in your mouth. Do as I say, not as I do. Ah, come on. I don't know if I did it the right way around, but I think that was the right way around. Yes. Right. That one's a lot better. Practice makes perfect. Right, so now I need another one between these. So I've got my pinky, ring finger, middle finger, index finger. Okay, oops. Okay. Alright, so this is the one between my middle finger and my index finger. Okay. sure I don't catch that bit. Okay. Right. Got that starting in a couple of seconds, so in the meantime I will be trying to figure out how to put the rest together. Because now we've got all the bits in between the fingers. So pinky, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, and now we have to close it. And now it's going to be the hard bit. I feel like I'm not going to go in here, get in here. Okay. Oh no, I have to put these first together, shouldn't I? Okay. Make sure the thumb is gone in there. Okay. So oops. Right, so now I have to connect the middle bits with the other fingers now. So that's going to be a challenge. Let's see how we go. The tops I can do the last thing anyway, because then I can just amend the size of them based on my fingers. Most important thing is, like, I remember the very first glove I made, I couldn't even put my fingers in because they were too small. Okay, turn around. And the other side and this side. So the pinky and the index finger both have 3 sides, and then the middle finger and the ring finger have 4 sides. Okay. Feels like something's going together. Okay. Okay. Yoink. And then I need you to move. Oh God. Come on. Turn around every now and then. Maybe go one more ahead, then it will turn around better. I really hope that this is actually going to work out. Alright, so that's... hopefully I did that right. Yep, that's that one, and that's that one. So now it's the index finger and the right, so okay. Oh, that seems to be going a lot easier, because... okay. Yeah. Come on, get out of the way. Come on. Right. Now just doing this side. Though I have a feeling that I'm not going to get my hand in, but we'll see. God damn it. Come on, up. Okay. Making that pinky closed. Right, and I have a feeling I've done something wrong, because, yeah, pretty sure. But we'll see. Yeah, I did the thumb the wrong way around. But, yeah, one of those things. Yes. No, I know. No, it's fine. Keep thinking I've done it wrong way around. Now, question is, can I get my fingers in? I need to clean my desk. Come on. Where are your fingers? Okay, index finger. Come on. Okay. See, this is the problem. If I'm going to do this with leather, it's going to be a pain in the ass to change around. Have I fucked up here? Maybe. Not out of the potentials that I fucked up somewhere. Okay, that's... And I've got a pinky in here somewhere as well. Okay. Come on. Alright. Now just a pinky. Now we can decide whether how disastrous this went. It's definitely your left hand. Oh, come on. Give me that. Come on. Give me. Jesus Christ. You imagine trying to do this with leather. That's going to be an interesting problem. But yeah. Is that it? That might be a bit too short. Yeah, as I thought, really is. No, actually, I can get my hand in, so not too bad. But they're really tight. And another thing that I've noticed is because I really think if I just increase the size with like 110%, they actually might fit better. Because they're just a tiny bit too tight. And one of the reasons why this is quite tight is because this is on the same level. So this part in the middle is straight instead of curved down. Because there's, your knuckles go down here. But the thumb works without the weird... Again, I think it needs to be a little bit bigger because my thumb is quite pushing in here. And they need to be a little bit longer. So yeah, I need it to be a tiny bit bigger. So I wonder now if I can... incorporate this thumb. But have... Because on this pattern, if you see... So this is also this side, so this hand. Is it this end? Yeah, it is. So on this pattern, I don't know if you can see the yellow lines, but this is the front of my hand and this is the back of my hand. And the ones on the back of my hand, these are longer, so going down further than these. So that's what the here makes... Okay. So on my... Can you see that? Don't think so. So because on your hand that this part, it's deeper than the front. So if I create the glove and redo the pattern and do what I did on here, where, so where the front of the inside of my hand, these points are higher than the point on the other side of my hand, so that the glove goes like that, so that it fits nicer. And I also think, although I'm really happy with how the thumb works without the weird inset here, like this bit here that goes up, is to make it... I think if I make it bigger, it will automatically, this might be bigger as well. So if I look at this pattern, you can see that, pretty sure, if I put a ruler, yeah. Now let me take this off because it's... Now that'll show you. So yeah, so this part on the top to be lower, because if I put this ruler straight on, you can see that this and this are the same length. Same with these. There, and there, and there, and there. But on your hand, these are like slightly lower. So to like add point there, there, there. Although actually, hang on a sec. That way around. You can also see that this one is a little bit bigger, and the size, where the hole sits is slightly different as well, but that's okay. So it needs to be on this side. So there, there, there. So that it goes down to where that is. Well, that means that we have to amend these as well, because they are, at the moment, they're in one go. So when we fold them double, one side needs to be longer than the other. So if you put, so this is the front. So they need to sit like this, because that's the curve of your fingers there. So this side needs to be longer. So you, instead of getting a straight line, you get a slightly angled line. And I think that will help as well with the fit. Because I'm pretty sure if you make them... And somebody else who's made them, these are individual pieces. So, and they're angled. And then she does this and then sews them together, and then they're angled like that, to go for the fact that one side is longer than the other. So I think that's one of the things I need to do when I'm redrawing this, because I think it's about 1 centimeter difference. So how long are you? About 6. And how long are you? 6.5. You are 8. And that's 8 and a bit. And that's 8. That's 8. Oh, hang on. Yeah, 8. Ah, but this is lower. Hang on. Yeah. So I think I'm pretty sure this one also just about needs to be a little bit longer, or wider, I should say. Then again, if you put the fingers in, it will be better, but so Okay, so that's definitely something I need to think about. So these to be lowered. It needs to be wider. So either print at 105. How long is this? Where's my... So I've learned if you put this, measure that, that should be the full circumference. So if you make a fist. So how much is that when I make my fist? Come in, come here. $19.5. And that's 18.5. Oh, math by heart. So 18.5 is 100%. Oh, been a while since I've done math by heart. So 18.5 is 100. So what's 19.5? It's 102% then? Because 100% is 18.5, so 1%. 1.85. So no, 18.5. So 0.18. 0.185. I need to go to 1. Oh, math! Yeah, 105%. I was right. Because 10% is 1.85 centimeters and I need 1 centimeter. So no, I need a little bit more than that. So say 106. Hang on. I've got a calculator on this computer. Sure of it. Let's see where it is. There it is. See, I've got a calculator. If everybody thinks like, oh, I'd hate math, so I'm going to be a sewist or a tailor, a seamstress. Fuck that, because sewing has a lot of math involved. Yeah, 106. 5.4. So, because then if I do 5.4 times 0.185 is almost a centimeter. So 6 times . Yeah, that works. 106 centimeters, 106%. So if I print this out, 106%, then before I cut it out, change and add 0.5 centimetre down, because that's pretty much. Yeah. I'm going to redraw that. And that will make that slightly larger as well. And then I have to redraw these. Or if I'm just... So let me try something. Okay. Now fold that over. I had to think. And then that side needs to be longer. So if I do that and then do this, 0.5 centimetre in between, I think that will work. So instead of being straight, like they are now, like that, because I'm adding that little extra divot to go where the lower bit of my hand is, they will become like slightly butterflied. So I literally cut in the middle, spread it out for 0.5 centimetre and added that 0.5 centimetre, and you get that little bit of a slightly different shape. But then if you do it so now if I fold them over, one side, if I hold it straight, can you see it for you visible? It's a tiny bit visible, but there's like an edge. There's one side that's a little longer, that side's a little longer, so that it fits better like that. Might actually be even. No, I think 0.5 centimetre is enough. it makes it a little bit more comfortable instead of being straight but angled. I think that's the solution. That's a lot of mess and a lot of sewing and a lot of nothing. But we got a little bit further. I'm gonna have a look if I can find, because I couldn't find this pattern. I don't know where I've put it. But if I can combine this, what I did already, which is really kind of my size, to the new thumb way with just doing an oval instead of this bit, and have the oval thumb, that, you know, is so much easier to sew in. I still have full vision, as in it's a bit tight, but yeah, with the 106 centimeters, I think it will be better. 106%, sorry. Because the thumb works, even without that weird little triangle thingy there. Just really tight. I mean, something's supposed to be tight, but not everything. I wonder though, if I make it half centimeter down, how much longer it might be. Yeah. Let's see. Is that half centimeter? That's half centimeter, so might need a little bit more than half centimeter. Because half centimeter down that way and half centimeter down that way. So it needs a centimeter in. So it might even be more curved than this. So there might be like half centimeter that way. It might be more curved than that. But I think that's the solution to how this fits in between my fingers. It's not as hot here. It's about 23 degrees. 22, 23 degrees. Gonna stay warm though. Tonight it's gonna be like 15, 16 degrees at night. So tomorrow it's going to be about 26 degrees, 27 degrees. It's going to be really warm. But still 20 kilometers an hour wind. Monday, it's going to be 30 degrees. And we're going to have a thunderstorm, of course. And then the Tuesday is going to be 23 degrees again. So I think if you think about it as well, so if I'm going to be somewhere, I will probably be warm being inside. I'm wearing the full armor anyway. So I'm thinking that I better have it slightly looser because I do know that I potentially will swell. My hands will swell because of the heat of being in that outfit. Because you have to think about it. Yeah, Monday. It does look very rainy around the UK, according to the map, but yeah, it's just size-wise, the finger length-wise is pretty alright. Which I'm surprised about. Normally they're far too long. But I left them open so that, you know, you can just measure where you have to cut them off and then sew them around. But you can see now how the gussets works. Like, you got, the camera can pick it up. So this is a gusset here, and the same here, and then this is 3. So there's only 1 gusset and then 1 seam, and then on the index finger, same. It's like 1 gusset, and that's going around. But I think I needed a tiny bit bigger. But the way the thumb is, like without the weird triangular thingy, like this. Because if I try this one on again, see, that has this point, this weird selection in there, and that's really caused me so much issues. And this is just fine. But on this one, you can see that the back is lower. So if I make a combination of what I have now, what I've already done, like this one, and the new thumb, I think we're on the way to starting doing it in the leather next week. But yeah. But I do think that's what we have to look into. So next week we'll make the amendments. I'll print out the pattern at 106% and we'll try it again with some of the amendments that I made in the length of the fournichets, the gussets, and hopefully we can try it. I do have some really nice purple leather here that's very similar to the red leather. This leather is slightly different. It's this, what you call it again? Patented. So yeah, some things to try out. Because I've got to a natural end of my stream. And I really need to clean up because it's a freaking mess. There we go. Right. So we're going to make some changes. I'm going to print this out slightly bigger. Add 0.5 centimeter to the back of the pattern so that it goes lower. Change the fournichets, the gussets, so that it accounts for this 0.5 centimeter change. Because it's 0.5 centimeter down, 0.5 centimeter up, so I need to add about 1 centimeter in between. And then we can make one more mock-up. Yeah, that looks so much neater, that thumb. Because I remember how much problems I have trying to get that thumb done. And then we can Oh, I'm quite happy with that. Because it was, although there's points where it's hot, you know, difficult to sew, but yeah, I need to add the that for comfort. I need to add the extra downwards. So we will make the changes, and then we'll come back next week, and then we can get everything done. So now comes the problem of finding someone to raid. So yeah, so Wednesday we'll be back. I actually did sew together the mock-up so that next week what we can do is make the changes that I need to make it the way I want it. And then we can, I need to put the sleeve in because we need to check the sleeve because I've broad shoulders and I need to make sure that I can put my hand up and I'm not impeded, and because it looks very big on the shoulder at the moment, but I know that when I put the sleeve in that might be different, so we will have to have a look at that. But I'm a little bit more hopeful than I was last time I literally threw down the gauntlet and said no more. Because, oh my god. Right. Okay, so first things first, see if there's somebody that I'm following is streaming. Ooh. Right. Okie dokie, let's see. One of my eyes is being weird because I see slightly double in it. Anybody else cosplay streaming? Come on, people. Okay. Ow! IKEA build stream. That's it. That's cool. I love building IKEA stuff. I would love people to pay me to build IKEA stuff. That would be absolutely lovely. Can you build this for me? Sure. It's not difficult. There's a lot of people streaming. It's good to see that. Oh, that's the last one. Oh. Well. There's no cosplayers. Okay. Maybe in the miniatures. Oh, can't type today. Anybody doing a Sisters of Battle? Not orcs. Oh, somebody's fundraising for the travel project. We might do that one. Or I'm just going to stop the stream and that'll be it. I think I'm just gonna... I do not have the energy at the moment to raid and all that. So everybody that's here, I am going to just end the stream. Normally I go in and raid someone. I just can't find someone and my brain is like, ah! So, Wednesday I am going to continue with the Artillery Witch. The pattern fits alright quite well, so we've got to put the sleeve in, see if we can figure out that's alright. Also have to figure out how I'm going to do the sleeve to make sure that I can put my hand through, because that's something that most designers don't think about. So, yeah. I might just have to like 2 buttons, because it's got a lot of detailing on the sleeve as well. It's got very much a lot of detailing on that. So we'll figure that out when we work on that. So next week we're going to continue. I'll make sure I have the pattern printed and cut out so you don't have to wait for me to cut it out. And we're going to make the amendments and then we can see if we can put it together, and if that works then we can start on some leather. I might have to sacrifice this purple leather and see if we can make a glove out of it. So yeah, it's a sewing stream for the next couple of days, next couple of times, and yeah, quite happy about that. So anyways, have a good weekend everybody. I really hope you get your thunderstorm, JR, and that it may clear out. I'll be actually have quite a few personal sewing projects that are now piled up behind me because I've got my sewing machine out and it's kind of gone, I need to do some sewing, and I have so many projects that I have not done yet. So I've got a couple of other things I want to do. So I've been going through my fabrics and selecting things and finding things and going, alright, that's what I want to do. So have a good